We needed party pies and a bit of pizza first. Yeah, I didn't order them, so I can't tell you, but they'll be good, whatever they are.
Yeah. I know that your husband doesn't drink, so you would have
Yeah, they're all non-alcoholic. I'm sorry, everyone, but hopefully there's a bit of Coke and a bit of water.
I'm able to ask you guys, how are you feeling about this?
Look, that's a great day for me. No, look, it's been awesome. Dad's been around at home. We've been having a great time together. It's a nice little break from all the rush and bustle of everything. So weather's been great. Can't really complain. So yeah. Look, at the moment, I think we're all just enjoying the time together and just enjoying that moment and that kind of energy for it all. And yeah.
Because everything could change tomorrow.
I mean, it could, but we're still us, and we're still the same people, and it'll be what it'll be.
Yeah. Your dad to be Prime Minister tomorrow.
I mean, look, what Dad does is definitely exciting. It's awesome, but look, I think he's worked really hard. If it goes that way, then he's worked really hard for it, and I think he's the right person for the job personally. So yeah. I'm proud. I'm really proud, of course. He's worked so hard. It's a great example to set for myself of how to work hard for something. And yeah. No.
I think there's just a nice atmosphere inside, so we'll just sit around and watch the telly.
Who else have you got with you?
Oh, just some stuff. Yeah.
And the team, and your family team together.
They're here and it's great. So yeah.
Very proud of everyone.
They are. So, but he's an amazing person. So yeah, lot to be proud of. I think we've got the television going at the moment. So yeah.
All right, that's the Luxon family there. Pretty excited there, aren't they?
Yeah,
and they've brought the pies out and the savouries. We'll go back to Sylvia. Well, apologies, Sylvia, for cutting away from you there. Thank you for waiting. We're coming up against the news, but tell us, do you think you can hold this number, and at what point do you start to relax?
I don't know that I'll relax anytime soon, Corin. I rely on our wonderful data team and our campaign director to guide me on numbers. But it is feeling good, but it is early days.
Did you get the turnout you wanted? Were you able to assess that?
Well, the turnout predictions were good. I think there was always that comparison with 2020, which was, the advanced voting was lower. But I understand the booths were really busy today. So, yes, turnout looks good. Excuse me.
That's all right, Sylvia. We will leave you there. We'll come back to National, no doubt, throughout the evening. Thank you for talking to us. That was the National Party President. Feeling pretty confident, I think, Lisa.
Yeah, sitting at around 41% at the moment of the party vote. Labour on just over 25%. Greens 10% and ACT is on 9%.
RNZ News at 8 o'clock. Good evening, I'm Anna Thomas. The Electoral Commission says nearly 20% of votes have been counted. National is on 41.4%, Labour on 26.2%, Greens 10.3%, ACT 9.2%. New Zealand First is at 6.19%, at the Party Māori on 2.32%. In Dunedin, the Greens are leading with the party vote, with Labour close behind. It's the same story in Wellington Central. The Greens are well ahead in the party vote. In Auckland, the Greens' Chloe Swarbrick is in the lead. In the traditionally Labour electorate of Mount Albert, with 30% of votes counted, the National Party is in the lead. Former Labour MP Sue Moroney says Labour is in danger of losing electorate seats. ACT Deputy Leader Brooke Van Velden has addressed supporters as she waits to see if she has unseated sitting National MP Simon O'Connor. Ms Van Velden is standing in the traditionally safe National Party seat of Tamaki in Auckland. Ms Van Velden told supporters a short time ago that all her supporters and volunteers were stars in her eyes. She says she remains optimistic for a good result. With 22% of the vote counted, Simon O'Connor has a narrow lead. With 15% of the vote counted, the National and Green parties are neck and neck in the Auckland Central electorate. The seat is held by Green MP Chloe Swarbrick at 787 votes. National's Mahesh Mahalgia is on 721. A South Auckland community leader says he has heard from many people that voting centres across the city were running out of. Many community groups and marae voting papers. In other news, reports say Israel's military has recovered bodies of missing Israelis in a ground raid on Gaza. Israel has warned 1.1 million Palestinians living in North Gaza to evacuate south, and thousands have been fleeing by vehicle or on foot. And, excuse me, here we go. Thousands of properties are without power following wild winds in Canterbury. Gusts of between 150 and 200 kilometres per hour were recorded in exposed areas, lifting roofs, toppling trees and bringing down power lines. Firefighters also had to deal with about 10 scrub fires. The main power website shows more than 10,000 customers are without power in North Canterbury. The lines company Orion says 5,500 of its customers are without power. In some places, Orion says electricity is unlikely to be restored tonight. And that's the news.
Thank you, Anna. And Jane, I know you've been poring over some of the results that are coming in around the Māori electorates. Give us a bit of an update, please. What are we seeing?
What a battle here in the Māori seat. So Te Pāti Māori coming through strongly. And look at this, Takuta Ferris in Te Tautonga ahead of Rino Tirakatane. Now, he was subbed in the press debate last week because the co-leaders weren't there. He performed really strongly. That obviously gave him a really great platform to speak directly to that constituency. So it's still close, but he's in the lead. Also, Kelvin Davis has lost the lead. It is very close with Te Pāti Māori.
Yeah, can we see how much of the vote is in? Kelvin Davis and Te Tai Tukaro. And the interesting thing about that, while Jane is looking for some more numbers there, is he has said publicly, just in the final days of the campaign, that he will stay on if he wins his electorate seat, regardless of what happens with the election result. Otherwise, he's tapping out.
Not
So
much in it there.
this is critical here, isn't it?
And if you look at the fight that Nanaia Mahuta, another very senior member of Labour's Māori caucus, Kelvin Davis, if they're in trouble, that takes a lot of experience and mana out of that caucus in terms of those Māori
And the deputy leader of the Labour Party.
That's right. So, the Mariana Mino Kapakini 3,169 and Kelvin Davis 3,137. So really still very close, and only 17% of the vote counted, but this is shaping up to be a real battle, and Labour will be very worried about losing those seats that they have dominated.
Okay, we'll keep our peepers on that, but in the meantime, let's bring in our political reporter, Giles Dexter, who is at the Green Party HQ in Auckland. We're pretty raucous. Okay, Giles, how are the Greens feeling about the early results? And they are tracking at about 10% right now with a quarter of the vote.
There's been a few cheers for how the party vote's been coming in, but the biggest cheers of the night so far have been reserved for when those early results came in for Chloe Swarbrick and Tamara DePaul. Chloe Swarbrick is running to be re-elected for Auckland Central, which will be the first time ever that a Green MP has managed to hold